Okay, so some of the tools that I want to use are fairly easy tools, and you'll find them here around the eighth tool on your toolbar where you had the content aware tool. Spot healing brush is one of the easiest tools to do some skin cleanup. Also, the polish tool is very good as well, but with the spot healing brush, it's very straightforward. You just paint over those little blemishes, pimples, and he will do the rest of the job for you. So it's just a matter of just going around and just highlighting wherever you think that you need some real skin adjustments and cleanup. There are some natural blemishes that you do not want to touch because you will take away from her natural look. But most of these little pimples and blemishes, yeah, you do want a smooth skin as well. So just go ahead and just clean those up as much as possible. Okay, now that I have a pretty nice skin tone that is fairly smooth and clean off all blemishes, I'm able to do other types of editing as well. I can make her eyeballs a little bit wider and also her teeth a little bit wider as well. And I can also play around with some of her natural features if I want to change the type of look and feel of her face. Maybe I want her to be a little bit more sexy or a little bit more happier than she is right now. And I can do that by working with the liquify filter. The liquify filter is located in the filter palette at the top menu. Liquify here. Now, before I start playing around with the liquify filter, I want to make a duplicate of the original layer so that I always have the original saved just in case I don't like what I did. So I'll just click on this layer and drag it down into the plus layer sign. And there I have a copy, so I'm gonna, you know, work with that copy. And now that I'm getting to have a little bit more layers, I want to start cleaning up some of these layers. Um, One thing that I want to do is these two layers here, uh, I'm actually going to merge them. I'm gonna convert them into one background layer. So I'm gonna hold down the shift key and select both of them and control click, and here I'm able to click on merge layers, and that will make just one layer out of those. And I'm going to be able to name this one by double clicking on the name of the layer and name it background. And this one, I'm gonna name it edited portrait. There we go. And so I'll move this original layer down to the bottom since I will need it and it's hidden. So under the edited portrait, I'm going to make her teeth a little bit wider, and I can do that by using the Dutch tool. And the Dutch tool, you'll find it where you see the type tool, the pen tool, and above the top, the pen tool is it's like a little lollipop. If you click and hold on it, you have the burn tool and you have the Dutch tool. With the Dutch tool, it's sort of like a brush, and I'm gonna make my brush smaller here. And if you look at my options palette at the top, I have one, uh, the range, which is the shadows, midtones, and highlights, so I can lighten up the highlights or the midtones. I'm gonna work on the midtones. And exposure is how much strength is your touch tool working with. So I'm gonna try 50%, and as you click, I do little clicks here and there, and it's just a thing of making it as natural as possible. And you just want to make small increments and try not to click on the same area twice, then you may end up overdoing it. There we go. Here a little bit on the corners, and let's do a little bit. Small clicks make for small mistakes. Okay, there we go. And I can zoom out a little bit, and as you can see, they're fairly white. Okay, maybe I went a little bit too strong. I could have probably tried a lower mid-range. So what I'll do is maybe I'll just do this once as well, so that it doesn't look that different. There we go. Here we go. Okay, so now she has a little bit wider teeth. If her eyelids can be wider, you can adjust those as well, but I think they're fairly good. And maybe I want to increase her smile a little bit more. And when your smile increases, your eyelids turn to shut down a little bit more. And I'm going to do that with the liquify. So I'm going to go to the filter, liquify. And when you zoom in, now what you will notice is that as you hover over with your mouse, you have certain features. You have a facial feature where you can stretch her forehead if you wanted to. I think her forehead is fine. You have her nose feature, her eyes, mouth feature. So here I can actually make a little bit more of a smile, a smirk. There we go. I can also play around with her eyes, maybe make them a little bit smaller. She's smiling, maybe her nose is a little bit snarkier. Okay. And I can play around with the edge of her, make her smile a little bit more. Okay, there we go. And you also have adjustments here. If you want to adjust it a little bit more, and maybe you want to reset back to the original if you didn't like what you do. Face a word liquify, and here you have the select faces. If you have more than one face as well, you can select more. You can, adjust eye size, height, nose, and other features. Um, Also make people skinnier, wider, make her chin longer, fuller lips. So there's a lot that you can do to a person and really change um, a lot from them as well. And once I'm done, I'm going to first preview. That's not bad. And then click OK. Okay, there she is. She's smiling a lot.